What's up, everybody? This is Mr. McCullough here once again with this week's creative assignment. We are officially in creative week number 5, and it's all about the pitch. So over the past few weeks, we've learned how to create beats, how to do different things, how to start them off, how to end them, how to create solos, use sound effects. This week is about creating something in the style that you love and then pitching it to somebody, okay? A pitch is basically when you just tell somebody about something you created or almost sell it to them using words. That way they understand what your idea or your vision is. So let's get into it. All right. So for your 5th creative assignment, ladies and gentlemen, your job is simple. Create a brand new beat plus a pitch for artists who may want to use it, okay? Now, when you pitch an idea, you explain the important details of it so that somebody else can understand your vision, right? You make a beat and you know what it's for, you know what the style is, you know what the vibe is. You're just telling somebody else what it is, explaining it to them so that when they go in to either write the lyrics to it or create something to it, they have an idea of where you were going. You might inspire them by just telling them what your vibe was. Now, they can always come up with something different if they buy your beat, but a pitch is very important. So when you create your assignment this week, it needs to be at least 2 minutes and 30 seconds long, have 5 different tracks or sounds. It needs to have a cover photo and a real name when you upload it to YouTube. So don't just call it like song 1 or song whatever. Actually give it a name. It could be a something type beat. It could be whatever name you want. Just don't give it something super basic. Also make sure there's a photo on it, right? If somebody goes to your YouTube page and listens to one of your beats, just put it. I'm telling you, adding a picture sets it apart. It makes it look different. Go to YouTube and find anybody who uploaded beats and got views. They all add pictures to it, right? So I'm gonna go over how to do all of that right now. So let's just get right into it, people. To start off, you can go to soundtrap.com because that is the site that we will use to create our beats. I already have an account, so I'm gonna just hit log in with Google. But if you don't have an account, you can do the same thing. You can log in with Google or you can create a new one. It's free to use, okay? So, and then I'm going to scroll down to where it says Enter Studio. And let's get to it. Now, the good thing about this week is I'm not telling you so much what you need to put inside of your song. I'm just telling you it needs to be creative. Don't make it boring. And do what you want. Do what you feel. At this point, everybody has already started to develop a style of their own. Now it's time to put it to good use, okay? So I'm going to just make something that I feel. But again, as you're making your beat, you should be able to explain to somebody who was thinking about rapping or singing on it what it's for, okay? So let's get into it. Now, I am going to create something just brand new off the dome. But I'm also going to do it thinking about a specific style or artist. And I'm going to talk about it as I go through. So I'm going to start off by finding some sounds. Let's see. Maybe I will start off with synth. Let's see what we can find. I don't know what's in here, but I know it's going to be something good. So let's just see what I can find. Maybe this bass gook. I don't even know what that is. Probably not. Too boring. But I do like that though. So that could actually work. So I'm going to use that. Start it off. Now remember, I need my song to be at least 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. So I need to change it so that I can see the time on my project. Right now I can't though. So let me change that. If you look at the top of your screen, sometimes it doesn't start off showing time, but click this tool right here. Go all the way down. Boom. Now I can see how long it is, right? And then I'm going to just keep adding sounds that fit. I'm going to keep making sure that it's not boring and everything gets playing all at once. That the intro sounds a little different from the middle and that sounds a little different from the end. Just mix things up, okay? So next up, I'll find let's see. Maybe I'll add some drums to it. Start giving it some rhythm. Which order you put your sounds in is totally up to you. You never have to choose a sound or order that you don't want to use. But again, what order you start putting sounds in is going to affect how your beat comes out. So let's just see what I get. That's kind of funky. I could use that. I'm also going to add some more drums to it to make it really kind of stand out. Kick in the snare. Let's see what that is. Let's see how that sounds when I add them all together. Alright, so I'm getting there. Now, one thing you may notice too at the top of the screen, ladies and gentlemen, at the top, this purple bar right here is what we call a loop bar, right? So, or they call it cycle mode, but depending on what app you use, sometimes you're only working on a very small section of the song, and so when that's on, it's just gonna keep repeating, right? So if I play this song right here, and I skip to the end, it's just gonna go right back over the area I got selected. Now, I can make that area bigger or smaller, or I can just turn it off completely, which I'm going to do right now. So that's always a helpful tool too. Maybe you just want to work on a certain part of the song. I'm going to add one more sound to it for now, and then I'm going to start moving stuff around to arrange it, right? I will also want to be done with this in 15 minutes or less, so let's see if I can do that, right? I might get close, I might not, but it's only one way to find out. Let's see what we can do. Next up, I'm going to try to put a guitar in there. I never really use guitars, so maybe adding a guitar will give my beat something special, right? I don't know if this will sound good, but I'm going to try. Let's see. Nope, it don't fit. As soon as I hear beat, and this is the good thing about making beats, the more you do it, the more you'll know what sounds good and what doesn't. So the sooner you put something in there, as soon as you play it, you'll hear, does that sound good or not? You'll know. So just listen. That's your ears are your best tool. That could work though. Alanis Lemonade guitar. Let's see. Lemonade guitar didn't work, so let's try this one. Also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have to be married to guitar. Maybe these guitar sounds just is not vibing with me. Maybe I want something else. Maybe I want a piano this time, right? There's no rules saying that I have to use anything I don't want to do. So if you don't love it, immediately just get away from it, right? I wasn't loving those guitar sounds. I could have kept going. I could have kept going till I found something I love, but I don't have to, right? That's something a little different. Let's see. And again, I don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm just trying different stuff out. Look at that. Now, all I did there was just keep going till I found the sound that I really thought fit. And now I got something to work with. But I also have a really big problem too. Right now, my song is really boring and it's not long enough. If I go back to the directions, it needs to be at least 2 minutes and 30. 5 different sounds. And I got to use different sounds, rhythms, and loops, okay? Right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. But I didn't really do a good job of mixing this up. So everything sounds the same. And once you hear the first 5 seconds, you basically have heard the whole song. So I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to drag these, and I'm going to bring them down a little bit. That way, this part right here can play by itself. I'm going to drag the drums, and I'm going to bring that down even further so that doesn't come in until much later in the song. And then, now let's listen to how our song starts off, right? Let's see. Actually, no. I'm going to drag this one down a little further, and I'm going to bring this one in first, because this is just like some hi-hats. Hi-hats are that. That's what that is. So let's see what we get now. It may work, it may not. I might have to move some stuff around again. But it's free to do, so let's see what I get. I liked it, but everything came in too soon. So I'm going to move this stuff down even further. There's no law saying that I have to start it right away, right? So the more rules that you follow, the more boring your beat might become. Break the rules. Do what you want to do. Make something that you think fits your style and that you think sounds good, and I promise it's going to work out. But if you do it any other way, it's going to sound boring. It's going to sound like somebody else's beat. Now let's see if I got something better. And I want that to play one more time before I bring the drums in. I'm going to listen for where the part is that I want the drums to start at. It's right there. So that's where I'm going to bring the drums in at. And then once I do, everything's going to be playing at once for a minute. And that's going to sound much better. Okay? So now let's hear what we got. Right? Just a little something smooth to groove with. Now what I'm going to do, because again, I want this to sound interesting, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to keep these drums going, but I'm going to take out that top part because I don't necessarily want it right now. This bottom part, this lucid chords, that's going to be the backbone to my whole beat. So I kind of like that playing, so I'll keep that going for a little while longer. But eventually, I'm going to take that out too. I'm going to copy this thing up here, Command-C. And I'm going to put another version of that right here. Stretch these drums out a little bit longer. And then at the end of the song, by the end of the song, the only two things that'll be playing are the two piano sounds, just like when it came in. There is one more thing I need to add to my song to make it complete, though, ladies and gentlemen, and that is quite simply just the fifth sound, okay? Just the fifth sound. So, again, there are certain rules that I needed to follow when I was making my beat, and making it 2 minutes and 30 seconds was one of those rules. So, let me make sure I actually do that. 2 minutes and 30 seconds is somewhere around, let me zoom out too. These two things down here will help you zoom in and out, so I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to find 230 because that's not where I know I want to be at. And then I know I like the way that this is set up. So I'm going to just Command-C, copy that again. Bring it down here. Paste it again. And boom. Got the whole same setup again, right? And just like that, my song is almost 230. Stretch it out a little bit longer. Stretch those out a little bit longer. And I did it. I just need one more track now to make this thing complete. So I'm going to add that right now. I'm going to just add an effect to it, all right? Let's see. Sounds. I don't know what I'm going to find, but let's see. Somebody burping or a bulldog. Let's see what sounds better. Really stupid. But I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. Sometimes you got to think outside the box. And that's what I'm going to do. There's no reason for a random person to be burping at the beginning of my beat, but they will today. And I don't want it at the very beginning. I'm going to move that around just a little bit. I also think I could probably find a better sound than that, you know. Actually, somebody last week used an engine revving, so I'm going to take some inspiration from them. And I'm going to do that too. I'm going to put a revving engine in there as well because I actually thought it sounded really good. There you go. So I'm going to add that in there. And that's my last track. Boom. Add it to it. Maybe drag it down a little bit more so it don't start so far down. But just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks. If I zoom out, you'll see 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I mixed it up so everything ain't playing all at once. At this part right here, you basically gonna just hear the drums and that. I did it. That's simple. So your beat might not sound like mine does at the end, but it doesn't have to, okay? So last thing I'm gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna stop that. Cause I know it sounds like what I wanted to, right? I added a little drum solo down here too. I'm going to just save that. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it Scooby-Roo, which literally means nothing. I don't know why I came up with that name. And last thing I'm going to do is show you how to add a picture. So it's really quick. It's really simple, but you can't do it inside of here. So if you come to the top and you hit Exit Studio, I already hit the save button, so it's saving, so I don't have to worry about that. But they'll ask you again, so I'm saving it. But when you want to add a photo to a song, all you have to do is this. Scroll down to where all your beats are. Here are all my beats. Click these 3 dots next to it. And then there's an option that's going to allow you to add a picture. So like if I click this and I hit Edit Cover Photo, boom, I can just drag a photo into it. That's all it is, people. That's today's video. That's how you get the assignment done. I went over everything you need. Think about how you start your song. Think about what's going to make your beat special, right? Is it a summer song? Is it a party song? Is it a heartbreak song? Is it a money song? To get that grade, make sure you upload it to YouTube. And make sure you send me an email and you write a short pitch, or basically what you would tell an artist about the beat before they use it. Make sure you include what the sound is, what kind of vibe you was thinking of, or style, or how you see him using the beat. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You just got the assignment for this week. Make sure you get it done.